questions?
It's like a different vibe in there, Davante. How would you describe, after the game you said you really didn't have any words. How would you describe what's going on now?
I mean, at this point, don't get it confused. It's not a celebration that we have a new coach and, there's been changes made. We obviously, I think it was time, one way or the other, it was time for some sort of change, just to bring a little juice in and revitalize the team a little bit. And I think it's more of a mindset that we're trying to, not force, but just have moving forward to just be as positive as possible, and we do have a change, so there's more of a reason, like a definitive shift. We have a thing put in place now where we can say, all right, well, things are different now, but we got an opportunity to change it. So I think that's kind of the mindset we're having, just, trying to have fun and enjoy our time in this building, because I think, as we speak to each other, it's been too much of this has just been feeling like work too much and not having enough fun. So we just got to get back to that. And, before I say anything else, I just want to say, I really appreciate, Josh and Dave for bringing me here and going through what they went through in order to make this happen for me. And, I'm really appreciative of them because, if they didn't fight as hard as they did to try to make this happen, who knows how it would have, panned out. And it didn't end up being the storybook finish that we all, hope that it would be. But at the end of the day, you gotta, you can't live your life saying, what if I would have not came here? What if they would have never, taken the job? You got to make decisions and then live with them, and you live and learn, and you get better. So I just want to throw that out there, that I appreciate them for this opportunity to get here. And as I've said countless times, I want to be a Raider, so I want to try to make this work and do everything I can to keep it going now.
What do Antonio and Champ bring to the table then in terms of that change that you're talking about?
It's just different. It's not. It's so new. We don't know if it's better, if it's whatever. But it's something that's new. Kind of like me leaving Green Bay. I didn't know what this would be, and I know there's a bunch of people saying, "Oh, did you make the right choice?" It's like we don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe it's the right thing. Having Josh going. Maybe it's not. We don't know. But having new people in those higher up positions right now is just it's just something to generate a shift and create some sort of positive flow in this building and get us going in the right direction. Because it feels like we're down and out, and we haven't been playing the ball that we should be playing, but still so much ball left. Like nothing's done. At the end of the day, we just created a little bit of a tougher opportunity for us, down the stretch. But as long as you got opportunity, that's all you can ask for.
How do you feel working with Dayton?
Good. We've all been working and throwing together since camp, so. It's not my first time catching balls from him, so it's been a shift. Jimmy's been hurt a couple times, Corey's been in there, so we've kind of had a little bit of everything, but it's been good.
Along the lines of what you were saying, your owner said that the reason he did it now is because there is still time to play in the season, that there's time to get it fixed and to get it back on the right track. When you look at the other 60 or so guys that's in that room, you feel like the answers can be within, and that there's enough time for you guys to get this thing turned around?
100%. Well, yeah, I don't know if you were listening. That's what I just said. So
I did.
I'm messing with you. But yeah, I do think that. I think, like I said, the shift that we have as far as like the mojo of the team right now, that helps a lot with us trying to create some positive energy to be able to make we got to make it happen now too. It's not like, oh, we got them, so let's work into it. Like we're trying to we already got the offense and everything's in. It's just about putting us in the best positions, and that's going out there and finding a way. Because that's what football is about. It's not the coaches calling plays; it's the players making plays. So, they're obviously going to do the best that they can do to put us in those good positions, and then we got to go finish it.
I know there was consulting with the players. I'm sure you were consulted. How much do you appreciate that not that you have that clout, but there's a respect level for you that you're consulted like that?
I genuinely appreciate it, and I don't look at any of the whether it was Josh, because that was from everybody, and that's one of the things, that I really left out that I wanted to say. I appreciate those two guys in particular because I've never heard of really any other player other than maybe Aaron, Tom, like guys like that, getting the type of say that I would have, and not even just to say, because I don't want to make it seem like I was making decisions, but, as far as just keeping me included in, the open communication and encouraging me to share different things, even times where I didn't necessarily feel comfortable, because I wanted them to understand that I trusted them, and I didn't want to come in here acting like I knew everything. Especially it's different when you have a lot of history with a team or the general manager or whatever. But it's only been less than 2 years now, so I wanted to prove to them, I trust you guys to do your thing, and they encouraged me still through all of that to be vocal and talk about things I wanted to do and all of that. So when you have that, that's the definition of just putting your ego, to the side. And they're not going to do that for everybody, but obviously doing that for me, it meant a lot.
Antonio said yesterday that the best teams he's been on in the NFL is player run, and he wants to get back to that here. What does that entail for you here as we move through the rest of the season, that this team's going to be player run?
It's just a reminder to us that, I'm not, as AP, I'm not here to, I'm not going to press a magic button. At the end of the day, I'm going to try to lead you boys and get your mind right and all of those things. But, it's not a magic button. It's the players, holding each other accountable out there, not to where, you don't want to be worried about your dad. You want your brother getting on you, saying, you got to do that. Because, I don't know about you, but in my household, when my brother would get on me or an older cousin or something, it just hits different. You're in trouble more with your dad, but you feel almost more like you don't want to let your brother down than your parents. It's just a kind of like just that brotherhood feeling. So that's kind of the way we look at it. And obviously, him being a player, same way for him.
In talking with Mark Davis yesterday, he told me that he didn't necessarily want Antonio to coach so much as lead. As a player, what does that mean?
Yeah, just you need somebody that knows how to lead men, and that's not me saying that Josh wasn't that guy, but that's just what he's obviously alluding to. And because I think Josh was great at leading men. He had the right idea, and what he was looking for out of this team. I totally agree with everything that he wanted us to do. It's not like he was sending us out there with bad intentions or not with our best interests at heart. So that's basically what he's saying. But AP's not gonna get in there and say run this play for Tay. You don't know any of our plays. He's over there coaching linebackers and dealing with the defense. So I think it's more about just having him shape our minds, getting us ready to go out there. And I'm already ready to run through a wall for that man. So it's a good feeling.
Have you seen Aiden grow going back to the beginning of training camp to making his first start to now being announced a starter?
Well, Aiden's just a really consistent dude, man. You look at him when we're watching tape, we're watching it from the end zone copy, whether Jimmy or Brian's in there. You literally simultaneously he's doing, like, whether they're handing the ball off or faking and going into a play pass or whatever. You see him just working on his craft and just always ready for his opportunity. And, that means a lot because it's just been so much up and down and shifting with the quarterback. So having that type of mentality as a young guy, he could obviously sit back there quietly, but, the way he works on his body, all the things like that, it's a lot more mature than what I've seen from a first-year quarterback, in my history. In Green Bay, those guys were great, but I just see something different as far as his intentionality and the way he goes about his business. So it's a recipe for success.
You have a new play caller. What are your thoughts on Bo, and can you change a lot offensively at this point, or is it kind of just tweaking what you're doing already?
Yeah, you can definitely change. He's the OC now, and he can create new plays or whatever. So it's a bunch of new things that we can do. I don't see us reinventing our offense. I see us just maybe expanding on some more of our playbook and tweaking a couple of things based off what we see on tape. But for the most part, I like what we have in right now, and I can get behind Bo any day. He's a good smart football mind out there, and obviously being coached or led by Josh, you're going to learn a lot of things and be able to understand how to call a game. So looking forward to it for him for sure.
Jay, I have a random question. I'm sorry. It's Day of the Day in the Latino community, and so today we believe that we can speak to those that have left us. Is there someone that comes to mind when you think of those that have left? And if so, who is it and what would you say?
You put me on the spot a little bit. First, happy, what is it, Dia de los Muertos? Yeah, I watched Coco. Wait, is it Coco? Is that what it's called?
Where they do the Dia de los Muertos celebration?
That's not the name of the bit.
There's another one, too.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah.
Well, help me. I need it. It's going to bother me. What's the name of it? What is it called? It's a C, too.
Day of the Dead. Of course.
Encanto, yeah.
How did I have Day of the Dead?
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We're together.
Yeah, them too. I probably have to say my cousin. I definitely dearly miss him. Lost him last year in the off season, so that's probably who I think of when I think of talking to someone. I haven't lost anyone. Got both my parents and my grandparents, and so obviously that's a great feeling, and it's a blessed feeling to have. So I probably have to say my cousin. Definitely miss him, and yeah.
Something you would say.
I would let them know that I miss them, and everything that we doing over here, everything I'm doing, I got them on my mind.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Cool.
Davante.